a comedy theorist, an award-winning musician, and he's desperately trying to hold his beautiful mind together. He's a living TikTok post that thinks that if he just does one more bad take on current events, he's finally gonna become famous. Will his guests keep him on track? Will he deservedly get canceled, or will this show crash and burn as he loses control once again? Welcome to Meltdown Island.
It's DUSTiN!
I know everything that Dustin is saying sounds totally delusional.
DUSTiN, where are you going? Just trust me!
DUSTiN, you slow down. DUSTiN.
Dustin, you're a goddamn Einstein.
DUSTIN's right. You're a certified genius.
I think that's a great idea, Mike.
Thank you, DUSTiN.
If you look up the word tempting in the dictionary, you will find a picture of Sean.
Looks like Jawa is stuck between a rock and a Sean place.
I think it's because Sean is very built and he's sexy as hell. I'm going to sleep next to Sean Smith.
Nothing feels good when you're feeling bad. Nothing makes sense when you're feeling mad. Don't go around feeling sad, cause everybody's going around saying that you're crazy, that you're lazy, and you're unmotivating. To the people that surround you in society, they control you in your mind with anxiety. You gotta break free from that mindset. Break free, break free. Break free to explode. Break free to expose all of those emotional vulnerability and the complexities of your mind. And together we will find that the sun keeps shining on the other side. You know the sun keeps shining on the other side. The sun keeps shining on the other side of the rain cloud, of the storm clouds in your eyes, in your eyes. There's a place I know we can go and stay a while. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Welcome to Meltdown Island. To Meltdown, we can all meltdown together. Welcome to Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island. Meltdown Island.
What's up, everybody?
Hi everyone, welcome to Meltdown Island. This is the #1 show for you. Who? You. Who's it star? Well, it stars my best friend. And guess what his name is?
Sean Hanlon.
You guessed right. And my name is always Dustin Gardner. It's no big deal. Is that sweat? No, it's deodorant. But I do got to change my shirt. Sean, tell the folks hi.
Oh, hi, folks. So we're happy that you're here, as Dustin was saying.
I just can't be free to open up my arm.
Yeah, all right, buddy. I'm talking to them. You can't be yelling from the other room.
Fair
this
play.
guy, right? Anyways, so it's good to see you. Welcome to Meltdown Island. So here's the thing with the Meltdown Island. The world is melting down around us, right? And in so many ways. And sometimes that causes us to melt down. Well, Meltdown Island here, the shores of Meltdown Island, this is a safe place for us to melt down together in reaction to the world melting down around us. It's a safe place. So we're going to talk about, things,
Talk about Severance. Have you seen that show, Severance?
Things in the world that, are getting to us.
They are. There's a lot of things getting to me. I'll tell you. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of things getting to me.
Well, what's up, buddy? How are you doing? What you been up to?
Just too much.
Yeah, I know. I've been a little stressed. I've been a little overwhelmed lately.
You have been?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Did you start doing a new show?
Yeah. That show that I mentioned, we're starting the.
Now, is this
we're starting the hardcore rehearsals as we dash to opening on November 10th, right?
Your show opens on November 10th?
November 10th. Yeah.
When are you going to tell me and give me my script, bro? I need to start. I know you're always going to joke like, oh, he doesn't learn his lines. Oh, he makes up his own scripts or point of view on the script. But honestly, I do need some of the you know what I mean? Ideas of what you guys are talking about before I come into, I don't know, how do you say it? Bless, grace, heighten, confirm the, I don't know. What would you say what I do when I come in?
You are, Dustin is.
I am. Whatever it is.
Dustin is nuclear energy.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
Yeah. He's very, very powerful on stage.
Thank you.
To be sure.
Who's ever said that?
Albeit Dustin is best for a specific type of role. And this particular show that we're doing,
you mean,
is a sketch show. So you'd be playing multiple characters.
I'm a multiple personality characters type of guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, am I at least? You're saying I'm not in this show. That's what I'm getting now.
Yeah, I mean that's why I haven't really brought it up. I haven't really talked about it.
You really haven't.
Although it's been percolating in the background.
Oh, it's a percolator. Get the percolator. It's percolating.
A couple of months, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Too late.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
It gets worse the more you don't tell me.
Because I was procrastinating telling you because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
You're going to invite me to the show. I'm going to show up and go, wait, this is your show and I'm not in it? So it's better you tell me the sooner, bud. What are we talking about?
Anyway,
what's up, Sean? That's not for me.
Hey,
that's for somebody out here.
Mr. Scarecrow. I'm in an awkward situation right now. That's what's up.
I'm in an even more awkward situation. What am I going to do with all this junk? All this junk inside my trunk. My humps, my Dustin lady lumps.
So yeah. Anyway, I've been kind of stressed out about that. But with starting rehearsals, just a lot of work, putting up shows, a lot of work.
It's almost like you needed a support of a best friend almost on that, where it's like, I'm with you, pal, and how can I help and do my part to make the show and your experience better?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, happy Meltdown Island Day.
Anyway, happy Meltdown.
You guys are looking very classy today. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Doggo.
I gotta say, you're writing very classy today.
Look
Your
at
writing
you.
is very classy today.
Not that we ever judge writing, but it's very good. Very well written.
Very, very classy.
This is a very perfect time for you to go ahead and like it, the thing and whatever. And share.
Yeah. Just do that thing. It's right there, right?
You know what I mean?
It's right there.
Just do it.
It takes you no time. It doesn't.
It takes you no time. It costs you nothing, and I'll be honest with you, means the world to who?
To us, yeah. Because because the algorithm thinks it's important.
There's an algorithm,
right? So, and my and Rallo's Rollo beat my fantasy team this week.
Here
Reverend
was
Lord.
the real reason. I
He's-
think we're a little whatever you said you were. I'm listening.
Overwhelmed and stressed.
Yeah.
So the stress, it could be part of the stress, because I don't know. My team, off to a great start, is starting to show some cracks. And Rollo's team is pretty formidable. He's a pretty shrewd football mind. He knows a lot about the sport and makes some good choices.
He does?
on draft day. So
What was his choices? Like, what was one of the choices you were like, damn, I wish I would have got that choice
one of the
instead.
guys that beat the hell out of me this week was none other than.
Are you okay? First of all,
Yeah,
who beat?
it was metaphorical. Of course, nobody beat.
Oh, that's right. I forget. We're talking
We're LARPing.
cosplay, fantasy football,
LARPing.
cosplaying, LARPing, fantasy football, 2023.
So the player of his that clobbered me this weekend. Well, he had two.
Are you saying you got clocked? Go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be funny for this to call back.
Actually, two of them. Although one of them wasn't crazy, but still impressive. The other being none other than Detroit Lions' own Amon-Ra St. Brown.
That's a player of Detroit's?
Yeah.
That's quite a name.
Yeah, it is a name. He's quite
Impressive.
a player. He's quite a player, and he like set a record or something.
Easy with your elbow.
Yeah, or he tied a record with the number. And as a Lions fan, I was excited with every catch that he made.
And he's on
knowing that he was on Rollo's team, and I was playing against him this week.
You were also
every catch was also a dagger in my heart.
So you'd be like, yes, oh,
Exactly. So.
And what is Andy doing while you're doing all of these dramatic theatrics?
I mean, I don't really watch. I don't watch the games. I mean, she's not really a football person, so I don't
wouldn't
really
imagine
watch the games. Except the Lions game. I mean, I don't watch all the other games because of
what? Go ahead.
I don't remember what I was saying. I kind of lost my.
She doesn't watch football with you.
She doesn't watch.
You don't watch football, the games for your fantasy football.
So yeah, I don't watch. Because it's impossible to watch all the games. There's an app. I just check my app every once in a while. And
A little obsessively, probably.
Probably a little obsessively. Yeah. So but the Lions game.
Did they win?
I always catch it, and they are winning big. Buddy.
They're winning big?
They're like one of the best teams in the NFL this year.
This is our year, huh?
And it could be. And here's the horrifying thing.
Oh no, there's a horrifying part?
Yeah, there is.
Look out.
Because Andy and I.
Go ahead. Sounds hot. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Andy and I made plans to go to Costa Rica this winter to get out of the cold weather.
Is this a surprise you were holding for me for Christmas? Is this
No, you're not going. So, but
what?
We're going to Costa Rica for a couple
Maybe I'll
weeks.
go Costa my own. Maybe I got my own Costa Rica.
And we leave like 2 days before the Super Bowl.
So you won't be around for the Super Bowl, but
So
they still watch it.
If the Lions do make it to the Super Bowl,
you won't be able to.
I will not be here for it.
You think it's the kind of thing that could break up your whole relationship?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Because you can always watch the game there. You can't.
No, exactly.
Just can't be in the. I don't want to be in the city if they win.
And it's gonna be a bigger deal when they win the conference too, and so I would be there for that. So I mean, this town's gonna go crazy.
Go crazy.
I mean, it's been since. For those of you who aren't aware,
go ahead.
It's been 1958 since the Lions won a championship.
1958? That's almost like 100 years ago.
Well, it's not. Your math is a little off. But it was prior to the advent of the Super Bowl. So it was just when it was called the NFL Championship.
Pre-Super Bowl.
So the Lions have never been to a Super Bowl. So obviously for that reason.
You think they've wanted to go, right? They've wanted to go to the Super Bowl.
For that reason, nobody would ever make plans around the possibility that the Lions are going to get into the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't. I never have.
No. You'd be crazy to, because they've never made it.
But
So this year we made plans. I didn't even dawn on me even when the Super Bowl was.
It's
But
around.
then-
It's usually around my birthday. Remember? Right
As
around
the-
February.
Yeah, no,
6th.
I know it's right around February, but I mean I don't know the exact date. February 2nd. I don't know.
When's the Super Bowl?
I think it's February 11th, and I think we leave on the 9th.
I could see why you'd be confused then, because my birthday's a week earlier.
Yes. It's not all about you, Dustin. Anyways.
On this island, it is.
That's
JK!
No, that is true.
No, I have been dealing with this part of it. I've never really been a part of a social interactive community before.
Right.
And now I'm a part of one that is centered around myself.
Right.
And that's a little stressful.
Okay. So
you'd be surprised, Sean.
No, I know, buddy. I know.
You'd be surprised.
I get it.
You do?
I get it.
Talk about it then.
Talk about it. Anyways.
Go ahead.
This guy, see how
Which part?
Just like very full of distractions. It's hard to get through a story.
You like
to be fair, I can be very verbose.
And you could be very distracting your own self.
Anyways, so I would never make. Who would ever make plans around the Lions making?
Nobody has.
So it didn't even occur to us. And lo and behold, they've been so good this year, and people are actually talking about them actually being Super Bowl contenders. And I was like, well, when is that Super Bowl? And I looked at it.
You're like, beep, 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 beep,
and it was 2 days after we left. So I was like, of course.
You got insurance on the tickets though, right?
No, I mean, I would never, ever want to delay a trip for any reason.
Boy, you really did think about it there, though.
I'm just thinking for any reason.
Not even if it's about something about me. Or,
I mean,
it's okay.
It's hard to imagine.
I know. I agree. But...
So, I mean, I would never suggest or would I even want to change.
I don't want you to.
Because, like you said, you can watch it there.
You can. We watch things on cruises.
And there'll be plenty of festivities up till it.
Some say too many.
Some say too many.
Might as well be on a beach. Might as well be on beach.
The Tigers made it to World Series 1984, and they didn't make it again to the World Series until 2006. And where was I? I was out on a cruise ship. That's when I was working on cruise ships.
Did you watch it though?
Yeah, I mean I was able
and they
to
lost.
Watch it. Yeah, they lost.
So what's it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Thank you.
But you miss all the buzz, all the excitement around town.
I mean, there was buzz and excitement.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was buzz and excitement. There's buzz and excitement.
Uh-oh.
I hope everything works out for you, Sean, and you too, Dustin. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, everything ultimately works out. I mean,
that's what they say. It's not really working out right now for me.
For better or worse, it works out.
It's working out worse for me right now.
I mean,
in crypto.
Yeah, sure.
I've over leveraged myself. Is that a thing?
Goodness. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you mean, but over leveraging is a thing.
So is credit cards leverage?
Yes.
Okay, so those are maxed out, and then I literally was like, you know what? This is a big weekend. 13x on the Friday the 13th.
Okay.
13x multipliers, and I was like, let's just overdraft the bank.
Oh my God.
A little bit. They'll never know. How will they know? They will never know because I'll pay it off before Sunday night.
All right. Okay. There it is.
Cover it by Monday.
Right.
All set.
With your winnings.
With my winnings.
This is a terrible.
Sad to say.
Terrible story.
Sad to say, it tanked all weekend.
Yeah.
Right after my big buys. Now, lesson one: don't buy when you're not awake.
Right. That's
because I woke up and I was like, 13. I never thought it would be. What? And I went and I bought, and then it dropped to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened? How's that crypto going for you, Dustin? Great question, because that's what I'm already talking about.
What we just start talking about, and it doesn't sound like things are working out for the better.
Well, we don't know yet.
So were you able to then cover with the bank?
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I did is I said there were times where I just swapped like a little bit crazy and tried to get a little bit of volume, but okay, so there's not only people like me and people people who are like only swapping like $7. There was one guy where it was like the whole page was like $7.95, $7.95, $7.95. Like somebody just went through and like did the same number over and over and over again. And so there's people trying to go for the different stats, as it were. And my personal stats have definitely changed. If I could show you real quick, I've gone from Pond Coin Wallet 15 like 30 down to 22.19 after I did what it is I got tricked by my own trick.
Right.
Remember what the trick is? Sell up here. I was for a reason I was buying up here and selling down here.
Yeah, no,
that's the opposite of the trick.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a trick. I mean, it's kind of the mainstream.
The main trick.
Approach.
Mainstream.
To ideal investing.
But I'm going to be honest with you, there's some people out there that trade like thousands, 20s of thousands, 40s of thousands of dollars.
And they're paying fees on all of those?
They are.
Oh
There's somebody who has paid $30,000 in fees.
This feels like such a racket.
Here's the thing is,
I learn about it.
Here's the thing is,
sounds like a racket.
I hear what you're saying, but listen to this.
Okay.
They're the only one that has promised to give all of the fees back to the users. No one else has ever said this. No one else has ever even hinted at it. You okay? You're holding your water.
I mean, I feel a little dizzy.
Well, I do get vertigo. Maybe that's your feet. Maybe you're empathic.
No, it's out of concern. It's out of concern for you, buddy.
Oh, we should be concerned because I had to pay bills. Bills keep coming in.
Yeah, they keep coming in.
And I'll be honest with you. Okay, my wallet has dropped. I'm now in the 2200s.
Okay.
So that just goes to show you that I don't have as much money as I did.
Right.
When I overdrafted on my bank.
Right.
Because I was up to 15. And thinking I would stay at, I might have to go back down to 16, 17, maybe 19, 20.
Right.
Down to 22. Swap volume, though, I'm number 206, which means I'm doing 10 times better than most people. Right? If I've only got this much money, but I'm doing this much volume, that's something.
For them, yeah, right.
Frequency swap number. I'm on the first page. I'm swap number 24.
You have to pay a fee for every swap?
Yes.
But they're giving the fees back.
Well, not only that, but I'm just going to show you that because the numbers are amazing.
I'm very concerned about this.
Well, a lot of people have been concerned one way or the other. But here's the thing is they're doing new rewards, 3x rewards.
Mr. Scarecrow invested into Broadcast. It's part of the Cash App.
I invested into Broadcast myself. It's a part of Cash App. I wonder what Broadcast is.
I don't know. Maybe this tells more. Not Broadcast. It's Broadcom, but it dropped by like 2%.
They go up and down. You just got to be aware it's going to go up and down. So this is the wallet. These are all the different colors of the different coins they have.
Okay. They've
now done 188 million total volume in only a month. 151,000 swaps. All right. There's the chart going up, and then look, boop. That was the 13x. Look at that. Boop. Look at that. Nothing before 13x, and then 13x. Boop. All right. Most of it's done on Ethereum, right? But this is right here. This one's Avalanche. So you could trade all these. Coinbase, you could trade from there using the thing. Anyway, this is how much the wallet holds. 6,230 million.
Okay.
6 billion. No, 6,300,000.
Yeah. All right.
6.3
million.
Thank you. Now this is up to 16th. Remember that it was down to whatever after they gave that money, paid everyone $50.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's back up to 16th. It was down to like 100. This is the coins that it holds. Most of it is now staked ETH. But that's Pepe. A lot of Pepe. 2 million something in Pepe. And then up there is all the little pawn coin. And it's the 16th holder of pawn coin. But look how much pawn coin that is compared. So in other words, it's just evenly distributed very well. because of the way they did everything fairly. Now, here's what I do is I go here to the swapper, okay? And you go over. Now, see all these guys. One, they got like a little trophy. First place, second place of volume. Look, third place has dropped all the way down here to 11th.
Okay.
Okay?
So they make it like a video game so that...
There's a gamification to it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to give back all the rewards. And they wouldn't be given all these multipliers if the multipliers didn't count for something.
Knowing that people
love
respond
games.
to games.
Yeah.
They love games.
Frequency rate.
They get addicted to games.
Yep. I know. Look at me. Look at me.
Yeah, I know.
Look, all those other things where you'd have to go 1,000 pages down. This one, first page, all the way down, 24. Me. I'm on the first page, bud. I'm on first page. There's my wallet. Ox D1. Yep.
Dusty.
Ain't even scared to say it because guess what? It's all there. It's all right there. I have a swap multiplier. Average multiplier is 4.63. Lifetime frequency, 441 swaps. And I have paid $1,527 in fees. The person above me, $507 in fees. Now, they're not swapping as much. But this person up here in first place, $38,000 in fees at an average multiplier of 5.30. This person's average multiplier is 11. What? That's crazy. $6,000, $28,000 in fees. And all these fees are supposed to come back to us in one form or another. Look at this.
I paid one form or another. That's key right there.
I paid $1,500 in fees. The person below me, $16,000 in fees. So I'm up with the big dogs. I'm up with those whales.
How much in fees?
$1,500. Dare I say that $1,500 is about equal to about how much money I have left.
Right.
So if I get it back, that's all of a sudden double my money.
Oh my God. When are you supposed to get them back?
We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. They could put that out. They could delay that forever.
They did say at one point, he did say, we'll unlock the swaps when we reach $1 billion of fees collected. Right now they're at 6 million.
6 million? And they're gonna like when they get to 1 billion. That's ludicrous.
But when you get to 1 billion, guess what? That's 10 millionaires. Maybe these are all tickets we're getting, all tickets for the lottery, and I might be an instant millionaire. How about that? You thought about it that way at all?
I mean,
have you thought about it that way at all? You haven't yet.
That's
what the excitement is. There's a lot of excitement surrounding it. So even if I spend all my money or in bills and I have to even de-invest, I'll still have all of them points that might either give me my money back times 4. So I might get back $6,000. I might.
Okay.
That's 4 times 15.
Oh, that's good to know that even if you had to sell everything,
I would still get it back.
Get points for
because they're already logged.
All right.
It's already been screenshot.
Yeah. I mean, it may never make it to 6 billion. No, 1 billion.
1 billion.
Yeah, it's not going to make it to 1 billion before the world ends. I think that's what they're counting on.
No.
We're at war.
That's the reason it's tanked a little bit. Unique swappers, this has gone up from 6 to 9,000. And it's just here's the thing is, as more people find out that you can actually swap without just losing money, you might get that money back. You're supposed to get that 100% of that back. People are going to go crazy. It's going to go viral. I mean, that's the thing is, the sooner they give the proof, the sooner they do that, I believe the sooner it goes viral because people go, what? Because now Uniswap, which this is based on and uses, they're going to start charging fees. There's another one that says, would you like to tip the devs? Tip the devs for what? This one, you can get back 100% of the fees that you spend. I don't know. You tell me, bud. Pretty exciting though, huh?
No, it's kind of terrifying.
It is, right? It's terrifyingly exciting.
I mean, it's a fine line between exciting and terrifying.
It's a fine line between genius and crazy. Yet here I am. You tell me.
the jury is still out.
How dare you?
So
that's stressful.
This whole
I keep waiting every day. I keep tapping that button. I keep going drops. Come on. Refresh. Drops.
Yeah, that's like me with my fantasy football, probably.
Probably.
You're LARPing right now.
I'm LARPing as a trader. I'm LARPing as an look at me. I'm a coin collector.
And
you're LARPing as a football aficionado.
I don't know. I worry. I'm worried. I'm worried.
Thank you.
For you.
You're one of the first people that have said that. I appreciate that.
What's up, Sean? Broadcom.
Here's the thing is, it drives me crazy because some of these people are swapping with like 80 ETHs. And I got like 1.5 ETHs. They could literally give me 2 ETHs and double my money out of their 80 plus. Because that's what they're swapping with. You can't tell me they ain't got another 80 ETHs. Because I wouldn't believe you. Because no one's as crazy to swap all of their money they have in their life except for this guy.
I would never say that about ETHs.
What?
Whatever you said. You just said something about ETHs.
I would never say that people only have 80 ETHs and they're swapping all of their 80. They have more than that.
Anyways.
That's what I'm saying.
Should I keep putting money into it? The stocks have been up above 3%.
The stock market is there to ruin. It's there to wreck the normal average investor.
It's not to wreck the average investor. It's to enrich the 1%. They own almost all of the stocks.
That's stocks.
And then people who don't know what they're doing get into it, and then they lose everything because they don't have the information that the 1% has. Yeah. And they don't have the control of the government. Like,
talk about it,
like
Sean.
The Eisenhower, going back
all the way to Eisenhower.
He was a general who won us World War II.
And
he became president of the United States.
And he
beloved.
He was like
beloved by history and the presumably the people of the time. And his warning as he left office was beware of the military industrial complex.
Which to this day.
They own the government. Janet Yellen, Secretary of Treasury.
Don't yell at me.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Janet Yellen, Secretary of Treasury, was asked on a talk show recently, on an interview show, can we afford to support 2 wars? And
we've already been told we can't afford to take away student debt. So how can we afford?
And we certainly can't afford to give people health care.
So how can we afford to go to war?
And we cannot afford to upgrade our infrastructure.
But how do we
for a new power grid?
How do we keep going to war then?
Because of the military-industrial complex. People
That's
are
how
getting
they make
so
money.
rich. And here's the thing: on that last debate over the debt limit, are you aware of how it resolved itself?
They put it off until for a few months.
They suspended the debt ceiling for years until after the presidential election.
They suspended the debt ceiling?
They suspended the debt ceiling altogether.
So we don't have a debt ceiling?
So yeah. So the reason we can afford 2 wars is because we can print as much money as we want now. There is no debt ceiling.
Mm-hmm. You mean the Federal Reserve that literally the U.S. Congress people and president, any U.S. official is not allowed to enter? It's the one building that American citizens are not allowed to enter is the World Federation of Money.
Our national debt is $33 trillion.
When's the last time it went down?
The national debt?
Yeah, when Clinton was in office.
Bill Clinton, yeah. But it's been on a runaway train since then. And what's happened since then? Two major tax breaks.
War. Oh, yeah. Tax breaks.
And war. Continuous war since 2001. Continuous war.
What's it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Sing it again.
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, good God, John.
Anyway, it's gross.
So I wouldn't go into stocks, bud, unless you're just going to let it sit forever and then wait
stocks
for it
are
to
right
go.
now they're so high.
Yeah.
They're going to come crashing down.
I also would like to ask, if I keep putting money into stocks, does that give me a better chance to get double I put in? No.
You got a better chance of having what you put in.
Yep.
Not having what you put in, halving, cutting in half what you put in now. Because I mean, if Iran comes into this war, the economy is going to come, and they say the economy is strong. The economy is strong. The economy is not strong. Debt, consumer credit card debt hit $1 trillion.
I'm telling you, mine maxed out. I'm one of those people.
What 60% 60% of the population can't handle a surprise expense of $700.
No. $700?
Yeah.
What, you think I'm 100 air?
100 air. Exactly. I mean, I would be reluctant to put money into the stock market now. Maybe, I mean,
Jim Cramer did say the other day that Bitcoin was on its way out.
Bitcoin's on its way out?
So everyone was like, oh, thank you, Jim Cramer.
Well, then
best news I've heard all year.
If Jim Cramer said it, the exact opposite is going to happen.
That's exactly it.
Ugh, that guy is the worst. How does he still have a job? You know why he has a job? Because he's a fucking mouthpiece for the
Wall Street.
For Wall Street and for the 1%. He's just a mouthpiece. Mm-hmm. And he'll say whatever they tell him to say, so they love him.
Yep. And they keep him on air.
Meanwhile, everyone's striking. Everyone's on strike. The casino workers here in Detroit. Just went on strike today.
What?
Over wages. Obviously, the UAW's.
So this is a good time to go to the casino and clean up.
No, you can't go to the casino. I don't think they can run without people.
I mean, I might need to take all my money out of crypto and go to the casino, get some money, and then go back into crypto. Huh?
Dusty.
I did have to sell more.
When you were going to be a professional gambler, though.
I was a professional gambler. I was, and then I paid off all my bills, all my debt, paid it all off, and was very, very strict. If I go in, I make $100, done, because that's all I would make if I was waiting tables.
Right.
So if I make $100, that's it. That's all that I don't have to work. Great. And did that for quite a while, and then started going, what if I doubled it? What if I started again?
Exactly. You were winning when you walked away. Mm-hmm. When you stay is when you lose, and that's why they comp so much.
Yep.
They'll comp you a hotel room, sure. Yeah, please.
The key also to stocks and crypto, Mr. Doggo, is to take your profits. There was a time where I was up on the AMC thing. I was up half of my thing. I was up to $1,500. I think I had 1,000 in. I was up to $1,600. If I would have cashed out then, perfect. Done and done. I did it right. But I didn't. Then what'd they do? Then they were like, we're going to do a 10-to-1 stock split. So my 300 stock went down to 30, and my price of $3.50 went up to $35.50. What? Price went up to $8 instead of $1. They are Robin Hood the poor right now, taking that money.
Ugh.
I know, right?
It's just everything's just so gross.
Everything's just so gross. I agree with you.
It's just so gross.
Yes, don't ruin your credit. Don't do what I've done.
Did we read this one? I would also like to ask, if I keep putting money into stocks, does that give me a better chance? Oh, yeah. No, we talked about that one. What's this one? I appreciate the advice. You probably saved me from ruining my credit. I mean, technically, this isn't financial advice.
This is not financial advice, but you should definitely listen to us.
But, I mean, we're just reasonable people talking to reasonable people about stuff.
Reasonably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but
what you got?
Stocks have definitely crested, and to get in now is risky. It's super, especially when we're on the brink of war. You know, if Iran comes into this war, I mean,
You think Kazakhstan's right after it because of BRICS?
I just feel like, well, because Russia too, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's alignment. That there's a alignment for the next world war.
What's that saying? What's that saying? If you live long enough, you become the one you despise or you one you hate.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
And some say that's what's happening to Israel right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean,
I don't know either.
I don't want to get red flagged for talking about it.
We can't talk about things. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
We can't talk about things.
Yeah. There is a lot of pro.
Because I said the other day on things, I said the other day, I lost my virginity to a Jewish girl and almost married an Arabic or Muslim girl. But then I started going, oh shit, am I saying the right things? Why am I saying girl? They should be women. Oh no, we can't even, we're afraid to even talk about like labeling of that genders. I don't know, like the difference between girl and woman. Like it's let alone to say something that's wrong about a religion and or a belief system. Oh my God, get out of here. So multiply that by, oh, you might get deplatformed for saying the wrong thing.
Right.
And then nobody can say anything anymore.
Nobody can say anything anymore.
I know I was on TikTok Live playing games. We was playing games, Jackbox. And somebody like me mentioned, oh, a wolf ate a baby. Okay, that's not a great thing to say. But it was a lie in a game. And it was about a wolf eating something. And I put baby.
Yeah.
So I'm the bad guy. I definitely got banned for it, though.
Yeah.
For saying a wolf ate a baby. I don't know if a wolf ate a baby. I was literally lying.
Why do you keep saying that?
Well,
if you got banned for it.
You got me spitting all over myself.
You're spitting all over the place.
Well, because I get fired up about things.
Clearly.
Cheers.
Yeah. Here's to
Stay
that.
hydrated. They say if you don't have water in your body, you get dumber.
Maybe that's what happened to me because I feel like I probably went probably 7 years of my life without ever drinking water.
What did you drink?
Like soda.
Tequila?
a soda, liquor, juice. I mean,
I've been licking a juice. Liquor juice.
I mean, I really don't think that's an exaggeration. I feel like I went years without ever having water.
Wow. And you do feel dumber now than you were. I mean, proof in point.
I mean,
you didn't ask me to be in your new show.
Also,
I mean, that is obvious.
I've also smoked a lot of weed.
Not all there, which, again, I'm not in your show, and we're best friends on, and it better not be anything about weed, or wish I didn't have to.
Wish I didn't have to.
But I do. You're crazy right now. You are crazy right now, a little bit. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I hope you're enjoying Meltdown Island.
Yeah.
We've melted down about a couple things.
Several things.
Several. I wish I could several. I wish I could severance.
Yeah.
I got severance on the mind.
Well,
I remember when I was working. In a place, and I used to go, God, I hate this job. It's just sucking the life out of me. I'm losing my life. I'm losing years. Months at least. I don't know how long. I've worked there for maybe 2 weeks, but I was losing my time. And I was like, God, I wish if there was a pill or something I could take where while I was at work, I didn't have to remember how much I love living my life outside of work. I would take that pill. And that Severance television show sure is that. It sure is that.
It is so interesting.
Because it's people getting over their pain and trauma, whatever it is.
Right.
Just to go to work, just to get out of that life. I mean, they go to extreme, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also been watching, because I thought it was coming back out in October, but I forgot about all of the strikes.
Yeah.
Well, part of me thought it was already done.
Right.
And that they'd drop it.
Right. Like maybe it was in post-production.
Yeah. They just have to
they haven't even. Is it written? Do you know?
They just started filming, I think, for season 2.
I mean, they can't. Though the actors' strike is still going on.
They just started writing season 2. Dang it. Anyway,
I mean, I guess
Severance is so good.
I guess the last offer that was made from the studios was just insulting.
What you talking about? For the actors?
For the actors, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because, okay, so let's catch back up. So the writers got their
deal, but the actors have not gotten a deal yet.
So how come Daily Show is allowed to have correspondents back? Because they're not acting?
Because they're not acting.
Are you sure they're not?
They're themselves. Yeah.
They're themselves. I'm listening.
No, that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Piqued my interest.
Maybe they got exceptions for those, but I think like Seth Meyers and
he's back.
I think it's like Seth Meyers and Kimmel and those
That's
late
Seth
night talk
Meyers,
shows.
by the way. That Seth Meyers is so funny.
I think they are. He is very funny.
He just builds every show builds on the last show a little bit.
But I think those guys, they might not be part of the Screen Actors Guild because they're not really acting. They're hosts. Maybe there's some sort of.
I mean, doesn't Seth Meyers remind you of the show we was going for with our? It's like he's doing a show with all of his best friends.
I mean, it does. I do not feel that. I feel like I really don't.
I mean, it's a late night show. Ours was a live event,
right?
But if we did a late night show every week, I feel like it would turn into what Seth Meyers has sort of accomplished.
I don't. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying because of the things like corrections and
the friends
to really
putting
the
writers like this is another spot test.
Even the
of my writers.
The cue card guy.
Exactly. He's involved everybody in his show, just like I was trying to do. Make it about him.
Yeah. I mean.
I don't know. He yells at his producer.
I guess structurally, yes, but
also I get no.
But
I also get
yeah,
no.
very different from
what
you had pulled off.
But we did pull it off. Whatever we did pull it off.
Right.
I agree with that. I just wish we could do it again. Come on, Pond Coin. Come on. I mean, I could be a millionaire this weekend. That's the thing about Pond Coin. You just don't know yet. You just don't know. Don't know. If there's $6 million in the wallet, they could choose six winners and say, "This is how the fees are going to go back. We're going to every $6 to $10 million, we're going to give them back to the people, and we're going to give you $1 million." And people are going to go, "Oops, let me get into this," because swaps you would do, irregardlessly.
No.
Of
no. Irregardlessly.
Just because you had to swap anyway.
Regardless. It's just regardless.
Well, irregardlessly. Regardless.
No, regardless. Regardless. It's regardless.
Irregardless.
No.
It's one of my favorites.
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Come on. You don't even have a microphone on.
Good object.
It was good object.
You knew exactly what I was doing.
I would like to mention this, that.
Go on.
We just don't know. It could be anything.
We don't know.
Could be anything. Could just give us straight back all of our money. Be great if that happened. I could use that real bad. I'm down real bad. I just don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Dustin.
Don't talk about it in a bad way. I'm YOLOing, bro.
Yeah.
I only got one life, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know how much life I got left. So YOLO.
Come on, Dusty. You got.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
Way more time than you deserve.
Listen to your doctors, everyone. I honestly, yesterday I saw a video, and I maybe have seen this video over the last 5 years, 2 or 3. I don't know how long it's been out. But it's a lady who is presenting fascia, and this guy comes out in this fascia suit where it's super tight, right?
Okay.
And she's like, "Look, if I grab this, now raise your arms."
I'm assuming he can't.
Well, he can't very well. He's like this, and he can't do it very well. She's like, "This is how fascia affects your body." And I just couldn't stop crying.
Mm-hmm.
I cried like a baby. I almost made myself sick. I think my ear got all clogged because of it. It's crazy. But they have free consultation, I guess. So I'm definitely going to fill out some paperwork. And a doctor from Mayo Island, as we know, Sarah, a Mayo Islander, is going to write a, what do you call it? Referral?
Okay.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. Like from doctor to them.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's really going through something, and has explained it so many times. And I would suggest you really take a look.
Okay.
And so they might really take a look, and that's who I need to take a look. Is this person who is showing the webbing of the fascia, saying it can't show up on X-rays and stuff. But guess what? Mine does, because it's not on this side and it's wound up on the other side. I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go down that route. Nevertheless, This is everyone's favorite part of the show.
What?
Roses and thorns.
Roses and thorns, roses and thorns.
I gotta-
Roses and thorns, roses and thorns.
Okay, ba.
Roses and thorns, roses and thorns. Roses and thorns, roses and thorns.
Hi. Welcome to Roses and Thorns. This is the part of the show where we sit back and we are Judge Judy's about one another and the show in general. Just like that, we go, and then we go, boom, and we slam our gavels.
Boom. Boom goes the dynamite.
I'd like to boom goes the dynamite to Sean right
What?
now.
For what?
For having an amazing show today.
It was a fun show, buddy.
Time flies
We
while you're
talked
having
about
fun.
a lot of interesting stuff. Are we up to the speed here?
I think we passed all that.
This one too?
I'm thinking about getting into film myself. I love the art of it.
Yeah.
Film's hard.
So hard. I mean, it's so hard. You know, the credits. If you watch the credits.
Ah, yes. Of a show.
Yeah, a show or a movie. There are a lot of fucking people involved on every single project.
I mean, if you're HBO Max, you would call them all creators and just loop them all.
Well, obviously. Obviously, that failed miserably. But it's just amazing how many people are involved. And even then, most of the time, it doesn't work. It's awful. Most of the time, it's awful. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Because, well, this gets into what we were talking about earlier with the South Park people. Right? South Park's doing a show about all that.
South Park's getting sued by Disney already.
Already, before this episode comes out.
Before the episode even comes out. About race swapping and gender swapping. And their 4 characters, which are 4 little grade school children, will be played. No, they're all 4 little white boys.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
One's Jewish, one's fat, one's poor, and one's Stan. And
so they're taking a show that's a diverse group of women and they're doing it as 4 guys.
No, they're just taking 4 women and putting them in their clothes.
Okay.
Have you seen
for South Park?
For South Park.
Yes.
And so they're getting sued by Disney.
So they're swapping out all of the
boys
with a diverse
adult
cast
female women
for modern audiences.
Yes.
Right.
And they're making a parody and a commentary on that. And part of me goes, what's the big deal about race swapping? Like back in the day, it was only white people in America. Well, it wasn't only white people. It wasn't only white people. I don't know why I said that. But
by that you meant
it was only run by white people.
It was still predominantly a white population.
Not even, because when you say that, you forget about the whole, black America.
I don't forget about black America.
Okay. I'm feeling sensitive like I might have, because I said it was all white people. And it's not.
No, but it was, and white people ran everything. White men specifically ran everything.
Yes.
So, but a lot of our
the musicals and the movies and the cartoons resembled that.
Right, because
didn't care about
it was white men doing it. They didn't care. There was
about
no reason
inspiring
to care.
the young black child or the young Asian child or
Right.
the young American Indian that was been slaughtered by American government. They didn't care about any of that.
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I obviously enthusiastically support diversity in film and television for sure. But why like this whole Indiana Jones thing, or
what's the Indiana Jones thing?
Or
they're replacing him with
well, that's what they were trying to do with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, bringing her in to sort of take over the mantle.
They tried to do that with James Bond too.
Right. And they kind of did it with Star Wars too, minimizing the Star Wars sequels, minimizing the
instead of Luke, it was Rey.
Right. And minimizing Luke's significance in the Force.
Dare I say,
making it irrelevant.
Speaking of Luke, I started watching that House of Usher, and he's in that. Go ahead.
Anyway, So I'm fully supportive of diversity in film and television, why
Brave stance, bud.
why race or gender swap a known existing intellectual property?
Mm-hmm.
Those stories have been told anyway. Just let them lie.
Tell new stories.
Just come up with new stories.
Yeah, right.
With diverse people. But that's the problem with the Hollywood studios, because they're so expensive now. They don't want to take a chance on original stories. They want to use...
Have you guys ever heard of this Little Mermaid? What if we just brought it back?
Yeah.
Aladdin. I mean, they've done it all.
Right.
It's crazy.
I mean,
I get it.
Well,
though.
I told you that
you're sitting there with money. Why not revamp that money? I get it.
Andy and I went to see Barbie, which is pre-existing intellectual property with an existing fan base.
Did they replace Barbie with a dude?
20 minutes of trailers. Every single trailer was an existing property, was an existing intellectual property, or a spin-off of it, or a reboot of it, or a sequel. Because nobody wants to tell new stories. So then that causes a lot of the division that we're seeing. Because then they take existing IPs that, have a beloved a fan base.
Like what? Like Ghosts?
They try and
like Ghostbusters?
Like Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Why not just come up with an original for female cast members?
Why cause all that trouble of, we're reinventing Ghostbusters? Why reinvent it? It was fine.
It was already invented.
It was already invented.
Why reinvent the wheel? Come up with flying cars.
I believe that those actresses, those comedians that were in that,
Leslie Jones included. Yeah, I love Leslie Jones.
Yeah, I think. Kate McKinnon, was she in that too?
But I love Leslie Jones.
I mean, Kate McKinnon's great.
You've been watching our Flag Means Death with Leslie Jones in it. She got 20 husbands.
I have not seen this new season.
It's so
good. But
the
first season was great.
I sort of been resisting the second season until more of this episodes came out because I just hate waiting.
I hate waiting.
And I'm so happy though I waited because it's so funny. So funny back to back.
But those actresses could have been a draw in and of themselves. Why even involve the Ghostbusters thing?
Yeah, remember when Bridesmaid came out? That was brand new. Remember when Elf came out? That was a brand new take.
I mean, even if you wanted to do a ghost theme.
Reinvented it.
Just Paranormal Hunter. They're a team of paranormal hunters. It doesn't have to be Ghostbusters.
Or they could have been a franchise.
I get so tired.
Like make them from
stories.
Living out of L.A. and doing it out there, and we're the Ghostbusters from L.A.
Right.
Is that how they did it? I didn't see it.
No, I think it was still New York City.
See, that's where they went wrong.
Yeah.
They should have done a different city with a different attitude, a little different sassitude. Like they've got a whole bunch of them out like McDonald's is.
Yeah.
Then it could have worked. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Distance it all together. They think they're going to get positive, they're going to get positive reaction from the fans that loved the originals, but they love the originals so much they don't want them tampered with. Just come up with something new.
I agree with that.
Something new.
But I also agree with don't be lashing out because they have a black stormtrooper. Like that's great. I thought that was great. I mean, why wouldn't there be?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're opening yourself up to by not just coming up with new stories.
Yep.
And honestly,
that felt so good.
I don't really have any numbers to back it up.
You don't?
But I've heard speculation that there are like bots and foreign agents that are going onto social media and stirring up a lot of this, right? By starting and stoking debate.
Oh, they definitely
racial divide.
They definitely like to stir things up on the social medias.
So,
look, South Park been doing this for decades.
Yeah,
been making fun of stuff for decades. So I don't know why Disney's just getting upset about it now.
Right?
Because Disney's hurting bad. They're down bad.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying they're about to sell to places and sell to this and that.
Well, because they got to come up with all that money to pay for Hulu.
They own Hulu?
They own 2/3 of Hulu, and this January they have to they have to buy out Comcast's share because Comcast is also one of the owners. So Hulu was originally
They'll be fine.
the original investors in Hulu were Comcast, Disney, and Fox.
And Comcast
Then Disney
is-
bought Fox, so they got their share, and so now Comcast has enforced
Disney owns about everything.
some sort of loophole in the.
Can't they just take a loan against Star Wars? They'll be fine.
I mean, it's going to be like $26 billion.
How much they got now? 30 billion. They'll be fine.
20.
They'll be
I
fine.
don't know if you know how it works, but
I don't.
I mean, a lot of their value is tied up in assets that aren't really liquid. It's not like they can sell Disney World. What they can do is sell Lucasfilm, or they can sell Fox to someone.
Or they could buy AMC
they can
theaters and
start
have
selling some of them.
a
They can sell Marvel.
Disneyland in each city.
Yeah, they got some
Think about it.
problems. They got some problems. So a thorn. Where's
Thorn to
roses and
Disney.
Thorns.
Thorn to Disney.
Thorn to the studios.
I'd like to give a rose to Mr. Scarecrow for his amazing comments.
Rose. Yeah.
Really been active. Really been here for us today on a day where, let's just admit it, we needed him. We needed Mr. Scarecrow. Haven't got many comments on the X, which is fine.
That's fine. Not a lot of comments on the X.
I'd love for the comments from X to be able to come over to here.
That'd be great.
So we can see it, but I don't know if we can.
Probably not.
Probably not. But with that said, I do enjoy us, so I give us a rose.
Yeah, right.
I definitely give a thorn to war.
Thorn to war, right? Obviously.
What's it good for?
Nothing.
Say it again.
I mean, just thorn to
absolutely nothing.
The whole military-industrial complex.
Yeah. Eisenhower warned us. Did we listen? No.
No.
What did all the great ones say? Do not fear itself.
Yeah.
Careful of that that war machine industrial complex.
Yeah.
Military industrial complex. What did the other one say? That's not what you could do or what your country could do for you, what you could do for your country. What's the other one say? Go bankrupt 4 times. What's the other one say? Keep hope alive. What did Carter say? Put on a sweater, you guys.
Yeah.
Put a sweater on.
Put on a sweater.
What did Reagan say? Cut the tax for the rich.
Yeah.
What did Clinton say? Hey, BJ's ain't so bad. Hey. Don't quote me on these.
Ronald Reagan gave rise to the welfare queen, the notion of the welfare queen.
That seems like a divide rather than
the people living high off. Oh yeah, you're talking about.
Just say no. I guess the Reagans were heavy in just say no.
Reagan was just say no. Okay.
That's more his wife, but his wife was the president for a while. Dementia.
Oh boy, I don't know if she was in charge.
Wasn't she?
I don't think so.
Wasn't she? Wasn't she though?
I don't know.
Garfield's wife, I think too, or somebody, one of them.
Okay. Roosevelt? You thinking of Roosevelt, maybe?
No.
Okay.
Roosevelt's wife started the UN.
Right.
Loves the origin story of that. Okay. She was all like, guess what? I'm going to start the UN. He's like, I love you, babe. She goes like, I love you, babe.
That's nice.
Nice. Nice.
That was a nice drama. That was a fun dramatization.
Thank you. I'm a historian. I do impressions of historic figures.
Okay.
That you basically never know how they really talk, so I have a lot of leeway.
Okay.
Hello, I'm George Washington. It's
pretty good.
Thank you. Oh, well, 407 years ago, I was still Abraham Lincoln's.
Nailed it.
Thank you. I'd like to say a big shout out to all the Islanders, all the Meltdown Islanders.
Even those who aren't here.
Even most of the ones that aren't here. Because most of them aren't.
Good point. That's a very good point.
They weren't last night in my live on TikTok. It was very sweet. They're very funny. I think a couple of them might have been tipsy, but that's fine.
All right.
Dare I say?
Was Dina there?
No.
Okay.
But Alana was. Alana was funny.
Fun.
Sarah's like, "Gosh, you got quite a fan club here," and Alana was, "No, we're just Sims." It's very funny. Anyway,
anywho,
enough about the
Well,
that's our magic word, everyone. Whenever you hear us say "welp," you know that the show's over, and/or we've run out of things to say.
Well, I think we've said it all.
Well, I think we have too, my friend.
Except
our mantra:
stop the insanity.
Stop the insanity.
Stop the insanity.
Guess what? Get money out of politics. Get money out of politics. I'm a robot now. Thank you.
Robot.
Woo! Didn't realize you was coming in with some bass, bro. Woo! You see that? Look at that. My guy knows how to high five now and pull it in.
Pull it.
You don't understand, you guys. That's been 2 years to get to that.
A rose.
A rose to your growth of high fives.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, we're getting hurt somewhere.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
That's nice.
You can tap on screens, apparently.
Love
That's
it.
sweet.
That's great.
I'd like to say, hey, big government.
Yeah.
Take your big government hands up out of our collective and literal vaginas.
Yes. Yes.
There might be some ladies out there that would like the big government in their vaginas, but I say this. Nah!
Right.
Not all of them! Nah! Thank you. I just feel like that was well argued. I feel like you put me up against anybody, and let them do their argument and let me get up and go, nuh-uh! Not all of them, bud! And people would go, he's got a point. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
All or nothing. What is this? A zero-sum game? How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Zero-sum? Sounds real smart.
It was great seeing you too, Scarecrow.
It was great reading you.
Thank you very much. South Park has been, we've said that one.
It was great reading you.
Yeah, have a great night. Thanks for being here. Show for you.
Last couple of things we like to say are,
I want Dustin to get rich on crypto.
Well, at this point, it's please.
Oh, dear Lord.
Just don't run out.
Oh,
Which is
dear
coming
Lord.
fast. It's coming faster than you think.
Well, so is the end. So, the end of everything.
The end is coming soon.
By 2030.
Welcome to Meltdown Island.
And I know we're right at the end.
We are?
But I just wanted to say about that extrapolations, by the way.
Oh, you've been watching it? You watched the whole thing?
Almost. I got one more episode.
Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
I discovered. I really love the concept of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love all of I love the demonstration of the changes that we can expect. But I feel like the stories that they're telling are really not very compelling or interesting. It's just very slow.
Hot take.
It's just very slow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just it. Maybe it's just. I mean, I guess they're good stories, but they're very slow. It's just very slow.
Mm. The next one's pretty good. Last one's pretty good.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that one.
John stars Jon Snow from Jon Snow.
Okay. From Game of Thrones?
Yep.
All right.
Game of Thrones. I had one other thing to say right there.
Okay, what?
I can't remember what it was.
Was it about extrapolations? No. Also, Ted Lasso's this season 3, because we're in the middle of season 3. I don't know. It feels like it was a little unnecessary.
You haven't seen the end yet.
Okay. And I guess maybe it was necessary just to wrap up that whole Nate storyline from season 2. But
have you gotten to
but I feel like
gotten to where Nate?
I feel like
where you at with Nate? Where you at with Nate?
He just went out on the date with that model, but she left, and the waitress sat down. So that's
good.
Where we are. Spoiler alert, I guess.
No, that's not spoiling anything.
Not huge.
Nate goes on a date, you guys.
Anyways.
With that said, I think you'll be happily surprised. Ted has a way. Ted finds a way.
All right. Okay.
To make it all worth.
All right. Well,
out of all of the season enders or conclusions, this Ted Lasso is one of the better ones. They did it.
Okay.
This is what I want to say. For those of you who want to support the show, please visit our playlists.
Oh, yeah.
And watch binge mode. Just watch binge mode. Just let it play.
Let it play.
For a day.
Let
Just
it
let it
play.
And you know what I mean? You don't have to listen to it.
Yeah.
While you're asleep, just let it play. When you leave to go away for the work for the day, let it play. And it'll help us. And together, you'll see us achieve great things with your help. Pose time.
There's our first pose.
Well, that was a good one. That one might be it. I'm immortal. You hear about that girl that's on the thing where she was like, went and doxed that guy's house?
No.
She's crazy, like that bit boy. You know, that's the other guy I told you he got arrested.
Oh, right.
Anyway, come back next week for more Meltdown Island.
And we're going to chop food.
We might chop food. But you know, we'll be here every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Love you, bye!